ba 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 ba.
Stop being so gay.
I went the short version. It's fine. Da 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 da. We're all
It's
out
about
of
time they did another
sync.
fucking Eurovision video.
Okay, we're all, with the exception of Aneesa, we're all white people. We can't be expected to be on rhythm.
That's
can't be
You
trusted
know,
to be on
you know,
rhythm.
it's really interesting that you say we should do another Eurovision video, Lewis, seeing as how you weren't in the last couple that we did.
Well, girl, calm
yes,
down,
hi everyone.
because you're very Pacific Central.
That is very specific.
Pacific Standard, thank you very much. Welcome to what will be a very chaotic episode of The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the tea in reality, usually, but you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, a Say Something Gay, aka president of the Leslie Roy fan club. Today I'm drinking crack tea, which I have been drinking recently. So it's a TikTok thing. I saw it on TikTok. You take those like energy packet things. I don't know if they're available in the UK. They might be in Canada.
Yes.
But yeah. So you take those and you just make like a whole gallon out of it. And I have it for like a week and I save money on energy drinks and it's phenomenal. This one today is a peach mango green tea lemonade and it's very delicious.
It sounds delicious.
Oh my god, that does sound delicious. Hi, I'm Lewis. I'm a canny laddie from Manny, which is 1 hour west of Liverpool, which is where the Eurovision Song Contest is coming from. And I'm drinking life and Eurovision shit.
You're drinking the tears of Irish Eurovision fans this year.
Well, you as an English person cannot be saying you're drinking the tears of Irish people. Like, that just does not sound
to be
good.
fair.
I will be. Hi, I'm American.
That's almost as criminal
The
as
Irish Society.
being... That's almost as criminal as being Scouse and reading the Sun. Anyway, I am very excited to be reviewing the first half of semi-final 1, which I am allowed to do under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. So yes, very, very excited.
Thank you for introing the video before anyone else does their introductions, Lewis. I really appreciate it.
That's right. And in the words of in the words of British poet laureate and Blackfisher Jessie Nelson, Eurovision fans, are you ready?
I love that we're also going out of order today, apparently.
What was the order?
Not you.
It's okay. No, finish. No, have your moment.
This is your moment. Have it.
I am Eris Envy, your punk rock Carrie Mary from York, and I just realized I did not change my subtitle. Jesus Christ. We're not winning today, girls, are we?
No.
No.
Well, girls, it's time for Eurovision.
And I am Aneesa Long, also known as Sam DMB, also known as Sam de Monteverde, your fellow-friendly 5'3", trans, non-binary, Filipino-Canadian, mentally unstable hot mess, hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Scarborough if you want to be specific. Whoa! Burn if you want to be more specific than that. And today, in my lovely The Cup mug, feel free to get one of your own. In this
Mine is on its way.
Perfect. And you know, their link will be in the description below. But
sure
in my lovely mug, I do have some lactose-free milk. It's been a while since I've had a glass of milk.
This is your moment. Have it.
Oh, and then I also have some bread pudding on the side. I actually love bread pudding.
Ooh,
we're here representing the gay community and the lactose intolerant community. We love it.
Yep.
I mean, there's two of us here that represent that latter community, so.
Okay.
I, as someone who has to have a ladder to get into my loft, also represent the ladder community.
You know, not all of your jokes land, but that one did, and I'm proud of you for that.
Much like me when I fall down the ladders.
Yep. We are here. We are back talking about Eurovision. Thank God. It's been, I mean, Lewis, it has been too long. for all of us. But
First time being on, this is also my first time this season being on a pod with Eris. So,
well, Eris was only on one episode of the national selection season, and the correct one because he got to talk about booty. So tight. So fat. Is it fat? I don't know.
Fat.
I don't
His impression's a
Booty,
bitch, but
booty,
so is
booty.
Blanca.
I love it's the
talk
lack of
about
enthusiasm that did it for me.
It's
cold.
the rich dress for me.
It's the dress for me. But we're here. We're diving into Eurovision in the first of our 5-part series leading up to Eurovision 2023 in Liverpool. I'm getting better at my Liverpudlian accent, but I can only say Liverpool in the accent.
Liverpool.
So we'll see how it goes. But
Surprise,
Me and Lewis are
surprise.
just going to make silent eye contact over here.
that's
I
fine.
can't do it. I can't do a Scouse accent for the life of me.
Good.
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Well, Gil.
Well,
Well,
Gil.
Well,
thinking- Yeah. Anyway, we are diving into the first half of semifinal 1, as well as 2 of our big 6 members that are competing, or that are not competing, but are voting in semifinal 1. So today we are going to be diving into Portugal, Norway, Ireland, Croatia, Latvia, Malta, and Serbia, as well as Germany and France. So, unfortunately, we are filming this the day before the running order drops.
Right.
So you will see this after the running order drops. And if we somehow got the running order correct, that'd be cute. It won't be. But so we just decided to randomize the order that we are talking about the songs in. So that's what we did. Yeah. Also, everything fair use. It's fair use. All the fair use.
Well,
And did somebody mention fair use?
Well, Gil, copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know what that was either, but I'm kind of impressed.
Basically, we're allowed to listen to this because we're compliant with the law.
That part. We're compliant with domestic and international law, so that's fun.
Yeah,
and in
we
the
won't
words
be
of
getting
Miss
the domestic.
Delicious, international.
International. All right. We
Let's get
are.
started.
Let's just dive in. I'm excited and thrilled. We are starting off this episode with Portugal. The artist is Mimicat. The song is Coração. Let's take a listen. That's Coração by Mimicat, competing in the first half of semifinal 1. I don't know how that audio sounded. Probably not good.
Oh, it sounded.
It was not. Oh yeah, it was great. It was.
You know, I feel like my phone notifications were louder.
Great, cool.
So for me,
For
Para
you,
me, a spooky me, I carousel me. This is a potential mother.
this is mother. This is not a potential mother. This is mother.
I don't know how to explain it, but Portuguese Sunny.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So Mimicat, also known as Marisa Mena, is not only the artist singing this song, she is also the composer and the lyricist. So this is her baby. The title translates to "Oh Heart" in English. She won Festival de Canção over, I forget who got second place.
Edmundo something. A Festa. The song was A Festa.
Oh, A Festa. That is correct. Yes.
Which also was a really good song. With
A
an
very good
honorable
song.
mention. To,
That does the name does make sense to me because anytime I drink blue carousel, I do get heartburn.
Well, this is Coração, not Curaçao. But okay.
Eris was trying to be funny. Just laugh.
No.
Can I also just give an honorable mention to Claudia Pascal as well, who competed and got third.
Third, yeah. I did give Claudia my 12 points when we covered Festival de Canção. I
Can I
did
just
give
say-
Mimicat my 10. And I'm thrilled she's here. Go ahead, Liz.
Why the fuck are selection shows on so fucking late? like
Because
there's
Portuguese
no
people gotta
reason.
go to work, Muma.
It's prime time.
They gotta go do whatever
was
Portuguese people do in their day
fucking-
jobs.
I swear it was like midnight my time when it was still running. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, Festival de Canção is also long.
Right.
Like,
It must be a European thing.
Wait, no, sorry, Logan.
Go ahead, babe.
But I think I know what you're saying, Liz, because I swear when I remember looking at that calendar and seeing that the final of Festival de Canção started at like 10 p.m.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Anyway, I Coração.
Ay, Coração.
What are we thinking?
Lovely gal.
This
Left side of the board for me.
I would root for it to be on the left side of the board as well.
Absolutely.
This is very much up
for the
my
first
alley,
time
so.
tonight. For the first time tonight, we're disagreeing.
I'm not surprised you don't like this.
It's
F slur.
You're literally anyway. Well, I just put it's going to have to grow on me, and I do like the performance more than I like the song. I think the performance, like the visually, I do enjoy it a lot visually. Just the song itself is something that's going to have to grow on me. I don't know. It's just not my kind of thing. I guess that's all it is.
That's fair. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
I just love that there's this fabulous woman singing this fabulous song with a fabulous sofa on stage. I feel like it really is. I think it's what we've been missing in Eurovision, which is fabulous women, which is why Chanel did so well last year, because there really was a drought of fabulous women last year. We had Chanel and we had
Constructor, Cornelia, Monica,
Don't you forget Monica Liu, Queen of the Bowl Cut in the silver dress.
What would you know?
Don't you forget Maro, Saudade, the mother. Fabulous. I'm fighting you.
Anyway.
See, Karma's a bitch.
You know who else is a bitch?
You.
Monica Liu serving in that cunty little bob.
I love her.
But yeah.
No, go ahead, babe.
This is your moment. Have it. No, for me, I love the fabulosity of this. Like, I think it's camp, but it's also a very lovely and well-composed song. I think there's a lot of potential for this staging. And I feel like, despite it being in Portuguese, which is a language spoken exclusively in Portugal, in Europe.
Thank you for that clarification, because I was like, Brazil exists.
Mozambique exists.
Exactly.
Yeah, but beside like Portugal being the only Portuguese-speaking country in Europe, I still foresee this doing like really fucking well. Which has been like, I mean, for the past 2 years, non-English songs have won, and I kind of feel like that streak will keep going if I want to win wins. It depends.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've got a lot of strong songs this year that are non-English, which I think is lovely, gal, because I always love it when a song that isn't in the universal language, as it's sometimes known, wins.
I think my big concern is, we've talked all season about the format change for the semifinals. I am a little concerned about this not resonating with televoters.
Yeah.
Because the semifinals are 100% televote now. And Portugal does tend to do a lot better in jury voting than they do in televote. So I am a little concerned. However, I think she has the stage presence and the charisma to where even if you don't understand what she's saying, like, you're going to understand the message of the song. And looking at the lyrics specifically, like the bridge before the "I Coração" part, in English translates to "My chest is burning, my mouth is dry. What's happening to me? What to do, love? I can't do it like this because I don't even feel like myself." Powerful.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Muma.
I think
Yeah,
the only
I
thing...
love this.
Yeah.
I think
Again, so when we covered Festival de Canção, I gave this my 12 points, just over Nascia Maria by Claudia Pascal. Again, shout out. No, but again, very up my alley. Watching the performance, I enjoyed it a lot. It's her voice when she goes up, like when she goes towards the higher notes and she belts she goes up to that climax. Her voice just sits really nicely up there. And then beyond all that as well, she's an absolute like storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
I live.
Yeah. I think this was because Sam and I did do all of the national selections for the year. I think this was one of the only times where the person we gave 12 points to actually won. I know it was very rare for me.
You didn't give her 12 points, but I did.
No, a lot of my 10-point entries won. Is kind of the theme. Like that's because I gave my 12 points to Povo.
Claudia.
I gave it to Povo.
Remind me how many points you gave. Remind me how many points you gave Solo.
I think 3.
I gave it 7.
Oh.
Well, that was okay. That was all before we knew how horrible of a person and performer she was.
Yeah.
This was based on the recording alone. That was based on.
This was based on studio recording. Okay, I understand that based on studio recording.
Oh yeah, that was because we recorded way before the Heart of Europe Beats Here. We choose a hit for Eurovision.
They have got to just change that shit to Eurosong Polska. I'm sorry, I'm so fucking tired of the.
I love it.
We love you, Eurovision. We add the songs.
No,
of the
I love the title. It's the campiest part of everything.
DJ track, Eurovision Song Contest Selection Choice Song.
Not that.
Poland.
Not this.
It's giving Canada versus the World. Crave presents Poland versus the World Eurovision.
No, I was gonna say it's giving Alaska's Drag Queen of the Year pageant contest award contest competition. That's what it's giving me personally. But are we good to move on?
We are good to move on.
Yes.
Any other final thoughts on Mimicat?
Amazing.
I want to see her in a cunty little bob.
She better have the same wig on stage. Queen of.
Actually a note
Queen
I forgot.
Go ahead.
She gives me like a Portuguese Paloma fave.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like in the look and maybe a little bit in the vocalist stylings.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. Okay. I'm game. I'm there. Sure.
You're good to go.
Sure, Muma.
Yes. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm pretty sure fan favorite. This is Norway. The artist is Alessandra Mele, I believe is her full name. The song is Queen of Kings. Let's take a listen, and I'm going to hope this audio works. It didn't work, did it?
What's happening?
No! God fucking damn it.
Her name is she, Queen of the Kings, Queen of
the
Kings.
Why don't we do that? Yeah, just one of us do a rendition.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Sweet.
Alessandra, Queen of Kings. Now, Alessandra won Melody Grand Prix after a lot of things. All of the things. So many rounds. We covered all of them. She not so narrowly beat out my favorite, Ulrika Brandstorp, to take the title, to represent Norway. Better than Bananas. I am very happy to say I'm rooting for Norway this year.
No, amazing song. I still listen to it to this day. Obviously,
yeah. I love this song. It's not as much of a winner as I imagined. in my
I kind of agree
eyes.
with you. I kind of agree with you.
I think it's definitely a qualifier.
Oh, absolutely.
It's definitely a qualifier and left side of the board.
In a semifinal where, honest to God, any of the songs from this semifinal could qualify. Like, that's kind of the state that we're in with this whole semifinal. It's like, there's just so much uncertainty and so many, like, unique, and some better for being unique, some not so great for being unique. But there's so many unique entries that, like, this is one of the few songs in this semifinal that I'm like, oh yeah, Alessandra will be qualifying. She will be at the final. Like, that's a guarantee.
For me, I'm not obsessed.
Okay.
It's a little bit Lindsay Sterling core.
I mean, I'm not mad at that.
It feels dated to me. Like, this sounds like something that would have really fucking owned 2015.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think also I would have liked this more if when I go to listen to Eurovision songs, every time this will be the second fucking song on shuffle. And it just feels like I'm having this song thrust upon me. And I love that, they're promoting Eurovision songs from the upcoming year. But Mama, if I'm listening to Hard Rock Hallelujah, I don't need the following note at the end of the song to be like, her name is da, 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 da. Like, it's oh god, I don't know how to explain it other than it feels like a mixture of the Doctor Who theme and a Lindsay Sterling song.
With the vocals of who?
Girl, I don't know, like a
Great answer.
Like a
yeah. So I'm not obsessed, but I feel like it will grow on me if I just have. We just need a little space, Alessandra and I. We're just taking a quick break. We were on a break, but I'm sure at some point I will like this. Just in the moment, I just need Spotify to chill the fuck out with trying to force a song upon me.
Right.
Okay.
Wonderful moves, wonderful dance moves.
We get more in terms of visual.
I also hope that too.
Because all we got was like these LED strip lights and a fucking cape. Her
outfit was cute.
Her outfit was something, yeah. Make it bigger.
I agree.
Yeah, make it bigger. Also, I love how the ponytail just flips up as soon as the backup dancer takes the cape off her.
I love it.
Love it. Yeah. It's definitely lower in my overall ranking than I would have hoped.
Same.
But it's there. It's there.
Sure.
Yeah, because I remember when she won MGP, everyone was like, oh my God, winner. Oh my God, winner energy. This is the winner of the year. And we kind of said that about 5 times so far this season after songs, won or were released.
I think she was the first one, though, where...
She was the first. Because prior to her, what did we have? We had no shade. We had Dvorchi. We had Duye. We had
Gustav as well.
We had I love me some Gustav.
I love Gustav,
but we had Gustav. This was the first big moment where everyone was like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be a shit year. And it's not a shit year. Like, I was saying this before we recorded, like, is this the most competitive year ever? No. Is this a good year, in my opinion? Absolutely. There are only 4 or 5 songs that I regularly skip when I listen to them. And, like, that's, for me, is the sign of a really good Eurovision year. But yeah. So, I really like this. It's not my winner anymore. It was for a hot moment. I do think she will do very, very well, and we're going to get another great result from Norway. I could see this winning.
And I love Alessandra. She's so personable. I've been watching all these like interviews, all the pre-parties and whatnot, all the fucking what was it, Melfest weekend?
Yeah, her
She
reaction
was-
to winning, I think, is one of the most genuine. Her and Gustav, for me, are the best reactions to winning this year.
Wait, I can replay Gustav's.
And then she's just like, she literally tackles, I think, her manager.
Yeah, and then
She like just tackles everyone in her party, and then as she's running to the stage, runs and gives Ulrika just like the biggest hug, and it's the cutest fucking moment.
Wait,
And then when
love
she
it.
gets to the stage, she ends up crawling on the stage.
Can I have
Crawling
a
on the
second?
stage.
She is an angel that needs to be protected at all costs.
I find it-
Honestly,
I'm just gonna
I'm
take
like-
a sec.
In my mind,
Yeah.
I find it crazy, but at the same time, like, not surprising that she's like, she's born in 2002. I'm like, she's that young.
I'm gonna take another attempt at Gustav's reaction.
wait, no, hold the face. Oh no, it doesn't not work. My screenshotting doesn't work when I'm live. apparently.
No.
That's a shame. I'll screenshot it when I download
We'll
the
have to
video.
watch it back.
Yeah.
Watch it back.
Do we have any other thoughts? I hope. So part of me was like,
Was
I
this song
hope
last
she-
year?
Yes, I wish this was last year's song. No, part of me wishes that she would open the show because we don't have the running order yet. Part of me is like, ooh, she would be a cute opener, but then the other part of me is like, ooh, no, maybe we need to put her towards the middle so that way she qualifies easily. Like,
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
I'm at with it.
I have a prediction of
yeah.
that. opening.
We can do our
think-
prediction at the end and see if it's
Yeah.
correct
Yeah.
because I actually think that'd be cute.
I feel like, yeah, a lot of what has been said, I agree with. Like, again, when it won at the time, like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is the winner. Once more songs ended up coming in, I was like, okay, she's up there, but I don't see it. But I would still support it if she won.
I could see
Yeah.
a universe where she wins.
I could see that.
Like, I
universe.
think that's I see the universe, but shall we move along?
We shall.
Great.
Yes, we shall.
Well, next
Okay.
up,
And we
is
don't.
Ireland.
We have rescue.
And we
Wait,
didn't
let
just-
me do my intro. God. This is why I don't record with homosexuals. And queer people. I'm so sorry. You're welcome.
Like,
This is why I don't record with British twinks. Anyway, this is Ireland. The artist is Wild Youth. The song is We Are One. Let's take a crunchy listen, shall we?
we might be good. We might be...
Be the same. We might.
That's
all
not
we
the
need to
fucking
hear.
lyrics, Sam.
That's
That's
all
not.
we need to
It's
hear.
not. We are the same. We're not the same.
I
Where
said we
did
might.
made-
No. I said we might be the same.
That's the. It's not. The same is not. I swear, same is not mentioned.
That's what I heard. Okay.
So,
I don't know the.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the lyrics.
so moving on from Norway, we didn't just spiral; we crash landed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crash landed. Burrowed
This has
into
got
the
to
ground.
be in my bottom 5 of the entire year.
Same.
Muma,
Same.
this is garbage. This is a song that your mum would write to send to Eurovision. It's very
Would
mum
your
rock.
mum write this?
No, Sally's got a keyboard in the garage. She would write a much better
I was
song
gonna
than
say
this.
Sally would write a hit for the UK. Let me tell you. UK 2024, Sally.
Come on, Sally.
Sally
Bog.
Bog. Come on, Sally Bog!
No, why does that have a ring to it?
I love it. No, I love it. I'm so obsessed. Anyway, yes, so this somehow won the Late Show Eurosong special over Connolly, who I'm
Yeah.
still disappointed did not win with her basically first big live performance ever. That would have been a fucking story, honestly. Like, that would have been the story of this year. But unfortunately, the elder Irish public that watched the Late Show decided, oh no, I know Wild Youth. I'm gonna pick them. I don't know why elder Irish people sound like they're American Southern, but that's fine. Here's what I will say. This is also in my bottom 5 for the year, I believe. I just did the Eurovision sorter, so I have my like ranking, which is cute. I will say, as I listen to this more, it becomes ever so slightly less inoffensive. I still don't enjoy it, but I'm like, like the music of the song is fine. The vocals are fine. The music video is stupid. But like, I find myself disliking this less and less, even though I still dislike it. Does that make sense at all?
No, because I'm kind of on that same path as well. He has a nice voice. Like I really like his voice. It's the song itself that kind of really throws it off. Shit, what was I gonna say?
Can I do a dramatic reading of the lyrics of "We Are One" by Wild Youth?
Go ahead.
No.
Oh,
I mean, yes. Go ahead.
wow. Okay. We might be different. We might be unique.
There it is.
You might be a leader. I might be a freak. And we might be different. But under the falling sun, tonight, we are one. Thank you. Thank you. It's so...
Oh! No, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I just realized what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
This had a revamp. That music video was with the revamp.
Where?
Towards the end, I think, the outro, right?
Where?
I wouldn't remember.
The outro sounded different. The outro sounded different when...
Johnny Logan, what are you doing here?
That's not Johnny Logan.
That is not Johnny Logan.
The ghost of Johnny
does not have
Logan.
long hair. That's what's his face from Queen?
Charles II.
Brian May.
That's Brian May.
That's probably who I was thinking of, if I'm being honest. I was trying to make it funny because it's Ireland, okay? There's not much positive.
Right.
Why are we...
Sorry, I was trying to remove the perfectly inoffensive baronet, and I didn't realize you'd already removed it.
Well, maybe you should look at the screen next time.
I can't read from here.
I don't mind the music video. I think the music video did more for me than the song did.
Cheap gold fabric covering their faces in
It's silver.
No, it's
I
gold.
swear it's silver.
Who fucking cares? This is not a good song. It's not going to qualify. Ireland, get your shit together.
Do you know what this is?
Bad.
Cack.
It is cack.
What's the cack? This is the cack.
Oh boy.
I would just like to tweet #justice for Derry Leaper. Argo Brooke, you were still done wrong. That's right.
Don't remind me. I'm sad again.
I think this
also, justice for that rap duo.
Oh no.
K-Money and ND, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Down in the Rain. They got third, which I loved.
They got third, which I love, but
I was genuinely shocked, and I'm thrilled about it. But
Hawaii.
No,
it just gives. In the words of American poet laureate Law Roach, you gave me nothing. So tonight I'm going to give you nothing.
Oh no, don't worry. The next song will give you nothing. Don't worry. Shall we move along?
No, I'm not done dragging this, actually. I'm sorry. This is the most generic boy band cack I've ever heard. It truly gives me, like, a song. Do you remember when that robot AI generated a song for Eurovision?
Yes.
This sounds like it could have been that song. Except Blue Jeans and Bloody Tears outsold this. Mama,
is that what it was called?
Yes.
Work.
Ireland needs to change their fucking... I mean...
Yeah.
This will come last. This will be in the bottom 3 of its semi.
Again.
Either take it off the Late Late Show, or do an internal selection, because this is not it.
So I was just listening to 12 Points from America. Shout out to 12 Points from America. And they had Olympia Avalanche on. Shout out to Novimpia. And I think it was Olympia that was like, because she loved Connolly as well. She was like, pull in Australia this year take your second place from your national selection last year, build them up, and internally select Connolly next year. And I think they're going to do marvelous things. Do I think they're going to do that? No, because the broadcaster doesn't care about Eurovision anymore, which is unfortunate because they're probably going to have their most Eurovision wins title eclipsed this year. So maybe, but
Cat.
Okay. Are we done dragging this song, and can we move on to dragging another song?
Let's go. I'm interested to see what it is.
Next up is Croatia. Let 3. The song is.
You're a fan.
Of course,
Can
you're a fan,
I
Eris.
finish my fucking intro for
Sorry,
once
I am
without
just-
you fucking? The song is The song is Mama Shh. Let's take a listen. You can't take a listen. My volume is off. This is a disaster. That's all we're listening to because this is cack. This song is cack. This group is cack. In a rigged national final, no one can tell me it wasn't rigged.
Well, Mama.
No, it's
I cannot fucking believe that you enjoy this song.
It's an earworm. Like, hold on. Let me point something out to you. So let me get it together real quick. Oh, Mama, I'm gonna hear you real quick. Last year when I did my initial Eurovision thread, I did it after only listening to each song once, and that's how In Coração ended up 36.
You dare compare
Watch me.
this
Watch me.
garbage heap to In Coração.
Watch me. It has to grow on you, and I
No.
feel like. Is it anywhere near as good as In Coração? No, I don't expect this to qualify. Where this fits into the Eurovision pantheon for me is the same place as
Circus Mercus?
Yes. This fits the same niche as Circus Mercus, where it's cute for a taste, but it's not.
The thing is,
I hated that one too.
I'll give you that one. I also didn't like that song. I'll give you that one. Don't compare this to In Coração because they are very different. But
Well, Mama, Kupi la Victoria.
I hate that you know the lyrics to this
I believe
song.
like that's like stuff like this is like their usual thing
Nora.
too, correct?
Yeah, so they are known for being very controversial, such as and including, I believe, a music video where they had a firing squad.
So a lot of their stuff
regular.
is.
Yeah, go ahead.
So a lot of this, they're old leftist communists, and a lot of their stuff is commentary on what is going on within Eastern Europe at the moment. Like this song is literally a dig at Lukashenko and Putin. If you
Yeah,
look up the lyrics,
yeah.
they just have a way about. They're old school leftists, is how I would describe it. Not leftists in the way where modern leftists protest by retweeting something. They're old school leftists in the way where they get people's attention with shock value to get a message across. Which personally I fucking live for, being a leftist. But that's why I'm excited. That's why I want to see this. I want to see them at Eurovision, and I want to see them do something fucking stupid. And I wanted to get a message across. Even if that message is, why are we buying tractors for racist people? I mean, that's a simplification, but like, Armageddon aura, right?
Yeah. My thing is like, I am all about a political performance art piece. Like, those are the kinds of things that I really enjoy. I do appreciate the commentary that this gives, and I do appreciate like what they're doing. With that being said, I just don't find this song good. From a purely lyrical and musical perspective, it's just too repetitive. The performance at Dora when they won was just a little too chaotic for me. And I didn't understand their message. I went back after looking at the lyrics and like analyzing them, and I watched the national final performance again. And I still didn't really understand what was happening. And obviously the people of Croatia voted for this. And the jury did too. And I understand why. It's not for me.
Right. Yeah, I agree with like a bunch of that as well. You know what my favorite part of that performance was though?
Traktora.
No, the cameraman falling over.
Oh, in the reprise, I love that.
I love that moment. That's an iceberg moment.
I didn't see
it
that.
is.
Can that be a permanent fixture?
I don't know if you can find it on YouTube.
I don't think you can. I think you can find it maybe on Eurovision World. So after they won, when they do the reprise, like halfway through the song, the cameraman just falls on confetti. Like it's the funniest thing. Like that's definitely an iceberg moment.
Speaking of which, they have to update that real soon.
Yeah.
But no, okay, so when we first talked about this was like my bottom, like my last place out of all the songs in Dora. And I'll say that it is again my last place for Eurovision. It's for me, it's like it's way too chaotic. It's not as cohesive enough for me as a song as a whole. Although I do appreciate their messages, even though it may not come across that way. And I appreciate what they're trying to do in shock value. Yeah, it's just not my thing, I guess.
Well, Mama, Kupila Traktora.
It's a hard listen. It felt very grating, and if there's any consolation, it's not my worst this year.
My worst is another song in this lineup we've not talked about yet. Ooh.
I'm intrigued.
It's my second worst, but it's not my worst.
Oh, I think I know what your worst. Okay, wait.
I also think I know what your worst is.
If it's what I think it is, it's my second worst.
Oh.
It probably isn't what you think it is.
It never is with me, is it?
Let's just move on then, because I'm actually kind of curious.
It's not my, no. Oh, this. Okay. Well, moving on.
Great. Next up is Latvia. The band is Sudden Lights. The song is Aijā. Let's take a crunchy listen. That is Aijā by Sudden Lights. The title translates to LOL. This is one of, I think, 3 lullaby-based songs this year, which is interesting. They won Supernova 2023 in a pretty decisive win. I will also say this is the first song sent by Latvia with lyrics in the Latvian language since 2014, when they sent Cake to Bake.
Cute.
So,
so was I there for Supernova?
Yes, you were.
I thought I was. The thing is, I can't remember this song. I was listening.
Okay.
None of us ranked it very high, I don't believe.
Okay.
I think I gave it 6 points at most.
Maybe.
Well, girls, this is the one.
Is it really?
Yes, I hate this.
I understand.
I feel like it doesn't go anywhere. There's a mixture of genres that doesn't really work in the way, for example, Unicorn is a mixture of genres that kind of works.
And yet you like Mama, which is the same concept of different genres all mashed together.
Yes.
Okay.
Because at least with Mama there's a camp to it. Whereas this it just feels like they're mashing instruments around trying to make something work. It's not a great successor to Veggies and Pussy. I love that it's in Latvian. It's the one compliment I will give it. How about next year we send a song in Latvian that's listenable? I skip this every time. I'm sorry. I find no joy in it.
I don't hate this as much as I don't care for this. I don't have like a certain disdain for it. It's just not something that I'd care to listen to.
I do.
Fair.
Like, I would not put this on
Okay.
ever. And if it did come on, I'll be like, oh, what's on next? Oh, Alessandra, yes, let me skip this.
Sure. I personally don't mind it. I actually kind of like it. When we talked about this, I got real deep into it, like musically, because for me, it's so weird musically. So it might not be the easiest thing to kind of dance along to or kind of groove or kind of vibe to, because it changes its time signature so many times. I'll mention it again, like I mentioned when we did Supernova, but you get this kind of 3/4, and then it'll go into like 5/4, 5/8 kind of feel. And it's never kind of that common time, which we all know is 4/4.
Wait. Pause.
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is completely irrelevant. Eurovision's Twitter is interacting with Crystal Ball.
That? Hello?
The official Eurovision Twitter is interacting with Crystal Ball Twitter. This is so fucking weird.
Anyway.
Okay, so yeah. Anyways, I really think it's cool for that reason, because of all the weird time signatures. But it doesn't really stand out to me in comparison with like all the other songs. But I still do enjoy it. I still do like it.
This is, I think, the song that has grown on me the most. I really enjoy this song. I remember I didn't pay this any mind when we talked about Supernova, because I mean, we all kind of figured that Inspa was going to win, and then they didn't even qualify for the final. Yeah, I did not pay this any mind, but as I've listened to it more and more, I find myself loving, like what you were talking about, Aneesa. The time signature changes like really keep my interest peaked.
See, I hate that.
And that's fair. I really enjoy it. I think the lead singer's voice is really melodic, very like comforting, and I mean that's kind of what the song is supposed to emanate.
Yeah, I get a bit of like a bit of like comfort, a bit of haunt at the same time when you accompany it with the music video. I don't know why I really enjoy the music video.
The music video is intriguing. I'll say that is my. But yeah, I enjoy it. It's not like it's. I don't think it's in my top 15 by any means. Do I think this will qualify? Honestly, no. Unfortunately, I think there is a universe, maybe.
Not in the
But
semifinal.
I wouldn't be surprised if this didn't qualify, which is unfortunate because Latvia is one of two countries that's on like what, a 7-year non-qualifying streak. It's they're tied with Georgia. It's a 6-year non-qualifying streak. I believe they are tied with Georgia for the longest NQ streaks.
Okay, but they should have qualified last year though.
No, they shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't have.
They should
have. They should have qualified in 2018 with Funny Girl, and I'll say it again.
Well, Gil, you're very funny, aren't you?
Well, Gil, shall we move on?
Yeah.
We're moving on to Malta. The band is the Busker. The song is Dance Our Own Party. Let's take a very crunchy listen. That was Dance Our Own Party by the Busker, who came out of almost nowhere to win the Malta Eurovision Song Contest this year over the likes of Matt Black's Up and Brooks' Checkmate. And
you're saying it wrong, Logan. It's MATTBLXC.
Sorry. This is another song that's grown on me a lot.
Same.
I love this song.
I'm gonna jump on that wagon too. I think this has been the biggest grower for me for this semifinal.
Yeah.
At least.
Because like initially,
Mhm.
I hated it, and then
Me too.
it kept coming on shuffle, and I was like, I
I feel better in my sweater. Like, oh, it's so good. I know Lewis hates it, and I can't wait to hear why.
No, I don't.
It just
I
grew.
like
Oh!
it. I like it. I do.
For the first time tonight, we're in agreement.
No,
No,
we.
I-
Is
I
it?
think
No, we
think
all like
at
Portugal.
We
Oh,
all
yeah.
hated Ireland.
T.
I think
Tea.
the first listen of this song, it felt so cheesy
Superficial.
that like cheesy in the worst way. But then I gave it time, and it's starting to get better. And then, no, yeah, I do like this a lot now.
Well, Gail, you
Also-
can make your own kind of music.
Also, for a country that was supposedly having the worst selection show, I was pleasantly surprised.
I will say there were better songs in
Right.
the Malta Eurovision Song Contest. I will say that.
Yeah, because I
mhm.
wanted Miss Gertrude to be to get through with her.
Shout out to the
Like, that's-
Stellanos.
Oh, gratitude.
Gratitude.
What did I call her?
Gertrude.
Miss Gertrude was sounding.
We had two shots at a drag act this year, and they both did pretty well.
Take it
That's
back,
true.
Miss and my stilettos.
Oh, I like this a lot. I'm concerned.
Yeah.
For its chances.
Yeah.
Given A, it's in semi-final 1. B,
It's Malta.
I don't know. It's
Malta.
It's Malta, yeah.
Sometimes I forget Malta is just out there doing things.
Well, I will also say this is one of 5. This is one of 5 acts in this semifinal alone that are groups that are male-led. And this is one of 4 male-led bands in the first half of the semifinal alone. I worry. I think whichever male-led bands are at the top of the running order will not qualify. And I've seen a lot of fan-made running orders that have this opening. And while I do think this would be a great opener, I think that kills any shot of it qualifying.
Peace.
That alludes to what I was thinking. I was thinking that I was worried this would get the Veggies and Pussy treatment. And Veggies and Pussies opened last year, right?
No, it
No,
was
they were
Ronella.
second.
They were
Oh,
second.
they were second. Okay.
Because Ronella opened the semifinal on my birthday and then didn't qualify.
Right.
That's what happened. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people put this as the opener and then Croatia second.
I would hope so.
I would hope so too. I was gonna say no shade, but no, it's full shade. No, I really like this. I'm thrilled by this song. Oh boy, I love it. I hope it qualifies. I don't know how it'll do. I really don't.
I feel like the word that comes to me for this, and I mean this in the best way possible, but dorky.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, where was this love for disco?
No,
I had that love for disco.
no.
That's about disco.
Oh,
That's a different vibe. It's a different group. They were children. He didn't have the best singing voice in the world. No.
Well, girl, you hate to see Slovenians succeed. Speaking of seeing Slovenians succeed, I can't wait to talk about that.
Me too, because I will very happily be rooting for Slovenia this year. Thank you very much, Eris Envy.
Well, girl, who's next, girl?
Oh, can I mention? Sorry, I just want to highlight the fact that we got a cardboard cutout of Destiny in their performance.
I pray to God they bring the cardboard cutout. It was Destiny. It was
There were 2 other people who I don't
Aiden?
remember.
They're both Maltese Eurovision representatives.
I
Ira Lasko was one of them. And then I don't remember who the other one was. It was a male. Oh.
Aiden?
It might have. No. Oh God.
Well,
Not Aiden. It might have been Gianluca, but I don't remember, from 2013. Who did pretty well actually, but
Cute.
Shall we move along?
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is going to be the last of our songs in the first half of semifinal 1.
Someone
is
pass me a
Serbia.
crustacean.
I don't have one.
Would you like to do the intro, Eris?
No.
Okay, thank you. The country is Serbia. The artist is Luke Black. The song is Samo, Mrs. Spava. Let's take a crunchy listen. That was Samo, Mrs. Spava by Luke Black, who won Pesma za Eurovision over one of our faves. I was very sad to see that Rumba did not do as well as I wanted them to. But yeah, Samo, Mrs. Spava.
Or I want to sleep.
I want to sleep. I do want to sleep.
I do want to sleep. This grew on me. This is a grower for me as well. I think I remember what I said about this song when we talked about Pesma. It had a lot of it has to do with the staging. I feel like the staging makes or breaks it, and the staging absolutely does justice for it.
Yeah,
I love the staging for this. Also, it is beyond me to believe that this man is 30 years old.
What?
We are not going to talk about that twink like that.
That's a 12-year-old twink, honey.
I know.
That's a child.
I know.
No, I refuse to believe that. Anyway.
At least that's what I saw.
Of undetermined age from Serbia. No, I'm kidding.
I fucking love that fucking crouch dance he does. Like he's crouching and does.
I love that part too.
This for me is a potential mother. It really does give. It fulfills my need for techno, but also gay.
Seeing as how our other techno gay entry placed last in their national final, which I'm still sad about.
Well. Also, Hurricane was back with a completely different lineup. What the fuck?
Yeah.
They had so much potential, but their live performance was not good.
They got 1 point in the final.
They said Hasta La Vista.
They got 12. They got 12.
They said Hasta La Vista to their original lineup.
I think it's because all the girls
It's giving Sugar Babes.
It's giving Sugar Babes, honestly. This song has also grown on me. And you know, remember what song grew on me as well last year?
Coração.
And I feel very similarly. I feel very similarly about this song. Because when this won, I was like, because everyone had been like, oh my God, Samo, Mrs. Spava. And I just didn't get it.
Me too.
At the time. And then I saw the live performance and I was like, wait a minute. This is everything. I love the vibe. This is a song that, I don't always listen to in the studio version because I do still find the studio version, there's something missing and I'm not exactly sure what it is. But when I watch his live performance, I'm like, yes, like I see it. This is a song that needs to be performed live as opposed to, listening to it continually like in a studio version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy this a lot. Samo, Mrs. Spava.
This is probably, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say maybe even my top 3 of the year.
Wow.
I really like this.
I'm glad.
Stay tuned for part 5 of our Eurovision coverage, where you find out if it is actually in Eris's top 3 of the year.
No, I don't believe him.
I don't either, but
no, I'm kidding. No. If it is, that makes me very happy.
I love that you're doing this with Appa too. Like that just like
I couldn't
satisfies
find
me.
a
This was the closest thing
station.
I had.
I love it. I'm here for it.
It's the aesthetic of it that did everything for me, like completed it for me. The aesthetic of the performance, the fucking the bar in the background going all the way down to 0, like some sort of like Tekken game. I don't fucking know.
Yes.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah.
In a weird way, the beat reminds me of like a Dead Mouse theme, like a Dead Mouse tune.
Sure.
With it has like grime elements to it. Grimes elements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I get what you mean. It's
Sure.
kind of like Knife Party
Yeah.
or like
I
Pendulum.
will nod and agree.
I love
See,
this. I love this a lot.
Me and Lewis know our beat booth music.
I
Mhm.
don't beat boop very often unless it's Eurovision. So
Well,
anyway, we're gonna move on to one of our 2 auto qualifiers out of the Big 6. The first of which is Germany. The band is Lord of the Lost. The song is Blood and Glitter. Let's take a crunchy listen. That was Blood and Glitter by Lord of the Lost, representing, thank God, representing Germany, because it was almost song with good text. And I would have screamed. Thank you to the international jury, and thank you to the people of Germany, because for once, I genuinely think Germany might be on the left side of the table. I really do.
I'd say like bottom of the left side.
Absolutely, but I do think they have a shot at the left side of the table.
Lewis.
Lewis.
I know your thoughts on this. I just want you to say them.
no, because I love this.
I do too. It's gay.
Ow.
It's screamo.
Harmony.
There's glitter. It's gay. I love
It's
it.
bold.
The lead
This is
singer's
so
got
different. Yeah, go ahead.
the lead singer's got a cunty Ariana Grande ponytail.
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
the Ariana Grande
Exactly.
ponytail. Also, I do want to say, because we did not react after Unser Lied for Liverpool, Barbara Schoenberger needs to be a host of Eurovision in my lifetime. That woman is a national treasure. And her interacting with
The lead singer of the group.
the lead singer. What is his name? It starts with a V.
I believe.
It's a V. Her interacting with the lead singer of the group was just, that is one of my favorite national final moments ever.
Oh yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
You don't have to.
I've seen it. I've seen
And he-
wait, like
That I would pay
Yeah.
money to see that. I'm just gonna say that. Anyway, Lord of the Lost. Beautiful.
Have you seen
Beautiful.
his Instagram story lately?
For me, it is what I want from a rock song at Eurovision. It beats in the same vein as Lordy for me because it's a rock song, but then you've got, this kind of glam metal effect to it with the staging, despite the fact Lord of the Lost is a gothic metal band. I'd also just like to say, this is I'm gonna go on a limb and say this is the first time an act has come to Eurovision that I have previously performed the music of.
Oh, good.
Because I performed their version of Judas this time last year for Bailey's Big Bubble Drag Smackdown when I did my Jesus as a Stripper number.
Good.
I love the clip of Lord of the Lost being like, we are Lord of the Lost. We just won the national selection for Germany and we're going to represent Germany at Liverpool and you should vote for whoever you like the most.
I love that.
I love them. I would like to give them
All
a
right,
little
Lewis.
kiss.
Just fucking do it, Lewis.
Boo!
Okay.
Boo!
On paper, you'd think I'd like this, and just want to acknowledge that first of all, because it does speak to my taste. It just for me, it just. Wait, I can't believe I've put this down. Okay, I said the song lacks substance for me. In spite of it being rock and speaking to my taste, I would say I think it just gets very repetitive and doesn't have much dynamics wise. Like in terms, it just feels like the same lyric over and over again. Like I can tell this wasn't a pain to write. I probably would prefer. I probably will love it come Eurovision week though. I'll say that much.
Sure. I mean, I personally really enjoyed the campiness of it. It's gay, it's gold, it's glittery, it's grande.
I do love the scream.
Honestly, yeah, that's my favorite part of it too. It's the screamo.
I need to learn how to do that.
I can do it, but I'm not doing it with my parents both trying to sleep at the moment.
I wouldn't. But have we exhausted our opinions on Blood and Glitter? Shall we move on to our final song of the day?
Yeah.
Party. Last up is France. We have Zarra with the song Évidemment. Let's take a very crunchy listen. That was Évidemment by Zarra, competing for France as an auto qualifier at the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 in Liverpool. Now, I would like to point out that Zarra is one of 2 Moroccan artists competing at this year's contest, and the only Canadian artist competing at the contest. She is both Moroccan and Canadian. And yeah, Évidemment.
Or
obviously.
I love to shop Zarra.
This is not a potential mother. This is a mother. I truly am obsessed with this song. I really honestly have been obsessed with everything France has sent in the last 6 years. I really do. I know Lewis hates this, and I'm just going to be angry. But I'm going to talk about how much I love this song because it's kind of disco. It's kind of retro. It's kind of like Bond. I think Bond theme when I hear this song.
Sorry. You know what this gives me? Our lovely Aquarius queen of bold cuts and silver dresses.
It gives a little bit of Monica Liu. It does.
And especially the way she moves too, and all the sparkles,
and
the spooky disco of it all.
Anyway, this is a mother. This is my mother.
Her dress. Her outfit.
She better wear that fucking dress everywhere. She's been wearing it for press. She's been wearing it in this music video. It better be on the stage of Liverpool. And I'm sad I will not be there to see it live. All right, Lewis, why do you hate it?
I do think hate's a strong word.
Why do you dislike it?
I dislike. I don't know. It's just hard for me to get into. Oh my god! What the fuck is happening?
Much like me, Lewis.
Wait, my fucking notes app is listening to what I'm saying and writing everything down. No, stop it! You're fucking up my notes. Stop.
Well,
I've gone my whole lifetime without knowing that information. Anyway, Eris.
Well, girl, Lewis, much like me, is English, and our natural enemies are the French. So, Lewis lost a great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather in the 100-Year War, and he's still recuperating from that. And
it's true, though.
For me, I love this. I think this will do really well, and I feel like the judges will the jurors of the world, if you will look at this and be like, Mama, this is cunty and disco I live.
Yeah.
It's the kind of disco that I find very intolerable. It's just a hard song for me to get into, and like this, the nods to Sentimente, I get, because at this time of the year, I was also not into Sentimente as well. So.
Tu casera, tu cavoia, momente, tega da solitude. Évidemment.
No.
Not the eye mask as a headpiece.
I can't find anything.
I still don't know what that is, Eris.
Oh, that's Pasha.
That's my Moldovan father.
Okay, we're not talking about Moldova today.
Oh, but we will. With open arms.
I'm thrilled.
With open arms and open legs.
We'll talk about Moldova in our next episode. Do we have any other thoughts on France?
Yes. Okay. My one thing, I feel like, especially when she belts that higher note, I feel like she can do more. I feel like she can go even higher than that. I wish we got even more.
I think we will on the stage of Liverpool.
I would hope so.
So I'm not worried. I don't know how this will do, because obviously we had the success of Babs, and then we had Fulen last year that did remarkably way worse than anybody expected. And France has kind of been a little back and forth in recent years with their results. Prior to that, like Bilal Hassani came 16th, Merci Merci got 13th, Requiem got 12th, and then Je Cherche got 6th. And then 2015, N'Oublie Pas came, I think, last or second to last. And the year before, they came last. So
how did Rabia?
Oh, are we gonna name names?
How did who?
Rai? How do you pronounce that?
Rua.
Yeah.
Bilal came 16th.
But we're missing one of France's most important Eurovision acts ever. Voulez a moustache?
Not mustache.
The one that came last. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hate that song, but I also love it.
I love this song. I want this song to do well. I do think it's gonna fall middle of the table. I don't know necessarily how people will react to this.
I mean, last time I checked in the betting odds, it's in the top 10.
Is it really? I mean, I love that.
I don't know what it's like now, but
it's 10th.
Oh. Okay.
But if we do recall, French songs do have a tendency to place very well in the odds, because the I don't know what the people who make the odds are called. The odd makers have a tendency to see as bookies. The bookies have a tendency to look at a song that's in French and go, "Oh, well, that's French. It'll do well at Eurovision."
Yeah.
Cough, cough, Fulen.
Also,
that wasn't in French though.
That was in Breton.
That was in Breton.
I will have everybody know that 8 of the top 10 entries in the odds currently are women, which makes me very happy. I do think there's a very good shot we will have either a Finnish man or a woman win Eurovision this year, but that's that. So that's all the songs we have to cover today. We do have our fave and shitter, courtesy of Novimpia. They didn't do that. We're just stealing their idea. So
out of
Eris,
love.
We love them. Eris,
and we're allowed to do that out of the Fair Use Act of 19. No, I'm kidding.
Eris, in question and answer, your question is, who is your fave this week and why?
Okay.
I would agree with that, but
I'd be fine.
My
with
fave
that.
is Samo spava.
Yay!
I'm
Aneesa.
sorry, that technotronic twink gets me.
Yeah. Aneesa?
Okay. Are we including the big 3 that we talked about?
I did.
Yeah, we're including the big 2.
Okay.
The big 2 of the week.
Actually, okay, it's up there. But I think at the moment it is Queen of Kings.
Okay. All right.
Lou, out of the songs we covered today, my fave is She, Queen of the Kings.
Fair, valid,
Period.
understandable. My fave, I thought we were all gonna have different faves. We're not. My fave of the week is France.
That was my other choice.
Évidemment. All right. And Eris Envy, who is your shitter of the week? Oh, we already know, but just
Well, instead of me, Latvia this year chose to eat shit.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. You literally said this was your last place of the year, so I'm not surprised.
I don't mind that. That's also a bit.
Okay, we don't need to see it 3 times, man. Aneesa.
My shitter will be going to Croatia with Mama.
No.
And if you're only listening to the audio version of our podcast, Lewis and I do agree with Aneesa this week. So
Logan.
So that's that. Part 1 of our coverage is complete. We will be back next week to discuss the second half of semifinal 1, which does include Azerbaijan, Czechia, Finland, Israel, Moldova, Netherlands, Switzerland, Sweden, as well as Italy from the Big Six. So make sure to subscribe. I think we're going to do uploads every Friday with these. I think that's how we're going to do them because I thought that would be a good idea. So
Whoa.
Okay, speak your mind, Jesus.
Before we go,
Uh-huh.
predictions for who's commencing the Eurovision 2023 Song Contest.
Ooh.
I have my pick.
I have my pick.
Okay, so it's only out of the ones we talked about.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Oh wait, of course. Sorry. Excuse me.
This whole video, in case you weren't aware, was the first half of semifinal 1. So
listen.
I'm
I did 11
between
hours
two.
today.
I'm between 2, but I'll go with one.
Ooh. Okay, who's gonna start it off?
Yeah. Who's opening the year?
Mama.
I can see it being.
I could see it being Croatia, honestly.
Is that
Okay, I'm gonna say it's Norway. I'm gonna say Norway.
Oh.
I'm feeling it would be Norway.
It would. I feel like that would be a great one.
My prediction is. Forgot the name of the fucking country.
Latvia.
No.
I drank to forget, but I always remember.
Malta.
Okay. Yeah, so Malta's someone I think. I'm going to throw an out-of-the-box choice out there just to be different. And I'm going to say Ireland.
That was also my second pick.
I think they're going to open with Ireland.
I can see
Well,
that.
they need to bury that song quickly.
I would say Ireland into Croatia, into Serbia, into Portugal. Sure, why not? I don't know.
Sure.
So that's that on that. We will be back next week to discuss the second half of semifinal 1. Make sure to subscribe because we've got a lot of Eurovision content on the way for you all. And with that being said, cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers.
I hit the wrong button again.
Mamma.